There are around 3,300 active satellites in orbit right now. Under the right circumstances, you can see them with the naked eye. But imagine double that number of satellites, or even triple. Is the view a little crowded? Can you still make out the constellations and planets? Now imagine a total of 45,000 satellites in the night sky. That's the goal of Elon Musk's high-speed satellite internet venture, Starlink. While some argue the future satellite mega-constellation could pose a threat to astronomers, the project could also benefit rural areas by bringing broadband to billions. Here are the ways Starlink satellites will transform the world. Internet everywhere. Imagine having access to the internet anywhere. Well, almost anywhere. According to the World Economic Forum, almost half the world's population doesn't have access to the internet. Starlink's network of satellites would provide internet access to areas of the world where installing ground infrastructure just isn't feasible due to geographic, economic, or political boundaries. This could even mean fast, reliable internet for ships, airplanes, and the Arctic Circle. As long as a customer can afford the cost of a Starlink satellite dish and router, connectivity shouldn't be a challenge. The company's beta program costs $99 per month, in addition to $500 for the hardware. It's only available in the Northwest U.S., parts of Canada, the U.K., and select other areas. But in the future, this will expand and costs will likely decrease. Faster connectivity. Starlink will also result in faster and more reliable satellite internet than ever before. It will offer customers an estimated 1 gigabyte per second download speed once it's fully operational. For comparison, 100 megabytes per second is currently considered above average. Moreover, compared to satellites used today for connectivity, Starlinks will be positioned at a lower orbit, allowing for a lower latency, resulting in more reliable internet. Of course, this still won't compare to the speeds and reliability of fiber optic or cable broadband connections. But for those with poor or no internet, especially in underdeveloped areas of the world, this could be life-changing. Light pollution and interference. One negative way Starlink could impact our planet is through light pollution. While Starlink satellites don't give off light themselves, they do reflect light. Because they're lower in orbit, about 60 times lower than other internet satellites, they have the potential to fill the night sky with reflections. Especially in such high numbers, this could impact conditions for all astronomers. In fact, the International Astronomical Union released a statement warning of unforeseen consequences for ground-based astronomy. Experts note that this could even hamper our ability to detect hazardous asteroids. In response, Starlink has been testing new designs that result in less reflection, such as the DarkSat satellite with a non-reflective coating and the VisorSat satellite equipped with a special sunshade visor. Of course, these new designs won't help radio astronomers, who are also concerned as well. The team behind the Square Kilometre Array in South Africa, for example, released an analysis of Starlink's potential impact on their 197 radio astronomy dishes. The mega constellation would interfere with one of the radio channels the array uses, which would hamper searches for organic molecules in space, as well as water molecules used as a key marker for cosmology. Again, the Starlink team promises to address the concern, but radio astronomers are seeking formal regulations. Space debris and orbital traffic. If they fail or malfunction in any way, Starlink satellites could contribute to the growing issue of space debris. There are currently about 128 million objects from 0.03 inches to 0.39 inches orbiting our planet, according to the ESA. They total in at more than 9,400 tons. So far, only about 3% of the Starlink satellites have failed. However, if 3% of the 42,000 fail, that would mean 1,260 dead 550-pound satellites, adding to the space junk issue. The company notes that the satellites are all designed to deorbit naturally or burn up in Earth's atmosphere, in which case they won't contribute to the growing space debris. However, that process can take up to 5 years. Even if the satellites don't fail, they still pose a risk as orbital traffic, and this is already happening with Starlink's fleet. In 2019, the ESA reported that it had to perform evasive maneuvers to avoid a Starlink satellite. This traffic will likely only get worse as the number of satellites increases, posing issues for rockets, including those carrying Starlink satellites to orbit. Space junk and light pollution aside, this solution to internet accessibility could change the way we connect with each other around the world. Starlink isn't alone in their endeavor either. OneWeb has a goal of launching 40,000 satellites, and Amazon aims to launch more than 3,200. Whoever ends up connecting the world will have many challenges to overcome, but these off-world solutions are already shaping our planet.